Welcome to today's video, where we're diving deep into the U.S. states that are facing serious challenges, states that are on the brink of collapse. From economic downturns and declining populations to environmental disasters, we'll explore what's happening in these regions and why. Stick around to see if your state is on this list and learn what the future might hold. So what does it mean for a state to be on the brink of collapse? Well, we're talking about areas facing severe economic, social, and environmental challenges that could lead to long-term instability. States that are losing their populations, industries, and even essential resources like water. When a state can't sustain its economy or provide basic services, we start to see signs of collapse. Let's break it down by state. First up is California. Now, this might surprise some of you because California is often associated with wealth, tech giants, and Hollywood glamour. But in recent years, the Golden State has been grappling with skyrocketing living costs, an unprecedented housing crisis, and mass population exodus. In 2020 alone, over 135,000 people left the state for more affordable regions. And then there's the wildfires, which are more frequent and destructive due to climate change. The tech industry may still be thriving, but many smaller businesses are closing due to high taxes and stringent regulations. Homelessness is another crisis, particularly in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco. If these issues aren't addressed, California could be on a slow path toward deeper social and economic instability. Next, let's head to the Midwest, where Illinois is grappling with major fiscal problems. Illinois has one of the highest state debts in the country, and its pension system is severely underfunded. This has led to increased taxes on residents, many of whom are leaving the state in droves. Between 2010 and 2020, Illinois lost around 200,000 residents. Chicago, the state's economic hub, is facing issues like rising crime rates and a shrinking tax base. The state's heavy reliance on industries like manufacturing, which have been in decline for decades, has further weakened its economic standing. If the state doesn't get its finances in order, we could see even more people and businesses fleeing. Chapter 4. West Virginia. Population decline and economic instability. Moving on to West Virginia, a state that has been struggling for years with population decline and economic instability. West Virginia has one of the highest outmigration rates in the country. The coal industry, which once served as the backbone of the state's economy, has collapsed due to environmental regulations and the rise of renewable energy. As young people leave for better opportunities, the state's aging population is putting a strain on healthcare and social services. Add in the opioid crisis that has devastated communities, and West Virginia is facing a challenging future. Chapter 5, Louisiana, Climate Change and Economic Woes. Next on the list is Louisiana. Climate change is playing a major role in the state's difficulties. Hurricanes, floods, and coastal erosion are becoming more frequent and more severe. New Orleans and surrounding areas are at high risk of being submerged due to rising sea levels. On top of that, the state's economy, which is heavily reliant on oil and gas, is struggling with the global shift toward cleaner energy. The tourism industry, a vital part of Louisiana's economy, was hit hard by the pandemic and is still in recovery mode. If these environmental and economic challenges aren't addressed, Louisiana could face long-term instability. New Jersey is another state facing fiscal issues. It has one of the highest property tax rates in the nation, and like Illinois, it's dealing with a significant amount of state debt. Public pension obligations are growing, and the state is struggling to fund essential services. The high cost of living, combined with high taxes, is driving people away, and New Jersey has one of the slowest population growth rates in the country. If these fiscal issues continue, New Jersey could face a shrinking tax base, making it even harder to fund state programs. Lastly, we come to Mississippi, a state that ranks last in many quality-of-life metrics. Mississippi has the highest poverty rate in the country, and its infrastructure is in dire need of investment. Rural areas are struggling with failing schools, lack of healthcare access, and little economic opportunity. The state's agriculture sector, which once supported its economy, has been hit hard by climate change and competition from larger farms in other states. Mississippi's low investment in education and healthcare has left it ill-prepared to compete in the 21st century economy. So, what's the takeaway here? Each of these states is facing its own unique set of challenges, from fiscal crises and population decline to environmental disasters and industrial collapse. While some may be able to turn things around with the right policies and investments, others are on a dangerous trajectory. If you live in any of these states, it's important to stay informed about the issues they're facing and how they may impact your future. And for everyone else, these are cautionary tales that show how important it is to address problems before they spiral out of control. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on the most pressing issues affecting the US and beyond.